Hello, I'm the Analyst, and normally I talk about Hollywood's biggest box office flops. Today, however, I'd like to introduce a new series, one in which I talk about the weekend box office, both the previous weekend and the upcoming weekend. As it stands, I intend to air a new episode every Tuesday, though some weeks it may be pushed to Wednesday as 4-day weekends delay the actuals till Tuesday. And so therefore the analyst videos are going to be pushed back to Thursdays. It also gives me more time to edit them, while the top 10s will remain on Saturday. Looking back at last weekend, Kong Skull Island easily took first place at the box office with 61 million, far exceeding expectations of a mid-40s start. Though it was no Godzilla, it was still a pretty good start for the genre, though it still has a ways to go given the fact it cost north of 320 million to produce and market. It earned a B+ cinema score, so it should probably finish its run with around 170 million, and overseas it's thus far made 85.1 million, and that's without China and Japan. To put it in context, Godzilla made 328 million overseas, so it's possible Kong ultimately matches that figure. Logan took second place, off 57% to 38.1 million, and has made 152.9 million in 10 days, falling about as hard as Deadpool and better than the other Wolverine films. At its current pace, Logan should end its run with about 220 million, which would make it the fourth biggest X-Men behind Days of Future Past, The Last Stand, and Deadpool. While overseas, it's already made 284 million, thus ranking as the highest grossing Wolverine worldwide, and with Japan on deck for June, should probably end up close to 400 million abroad. Meanwhile, horror film Get Out continued to show remarkable legs, easing just 27% to 20.7 million. It's made 110.7 million thus far, and worst case scenario, it's on track for at least 160 million, and thus becoming Blumhouse's highest grossing film ever. That's pretty impressive. Meanwhile, The Shack was off 38% to 10 million, and with 32.2 million in 10 days, should wrap up its run with about 60 million? While Lego Batman rounded out the top 5 with 7.6 million, off 35%, and with 158.8 million thus far, should end up with a final total around 180 million. Now onto this week, which sees the release of Beauty and the Beast, which is going to be the year's first $100 million opener. It's a classic story, and the animated feature, Beauty and the Beast, became the first animated Best Picture nominee. Now that's impressive. The marketing's been sweeping, tends not only to capture the crowd that likes this, i.e. the Frozen and Twilight people, but it's also going to tap into a lot more family audiences. While audiences seem far more excited than critics, who have given it solid, albeit unspectacular reviews, it's likely this has a major start. Say for the 3-day weekend, Beauty and the Beast makes $140 million domestically. And worldwide, it debuts everywhere except Australia, France, and Japan. So by Sunday, it should have at least 300 million worldwide. Meanwhile, Kong Skull Island should be off 56%, or around the average for films of its ilk, to 26.8 million, while Logan should continue its Deadpool trajectory, off 45% to 21 million. Get Out will probably be down another quarter to 15.6 million, while The Shack will be down 38% to 6.2 million. Then comes the weekend's other nationwide release, The Belko Experiment, from the minds of Blum and Gunn, i.e. Blumhouse Pictures and James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy. With a low theater count, it's probably on track for at most 5 million. While Lego Batman's gonna take a hit from the competition Beauty and the Beast will bring, and fall 46% to 4.1 million. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my future box office reports.